to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 180! Bring it! Bring it!
The first carry for the North Texas man, it's Jeff Wilson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 56 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And an alley to run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, 63 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Here we go.
When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though. He did score the touchdown in the third quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled. That he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in a Super Bowl. That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. And don't forget Tevin Coleman. The great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl. Came back to start that game. Showed a great amount of toughness. But they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected. And they ended up with the result that maybe was unexpected too. A loss in the Super Bowl.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
White. 21.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it. But you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
A nice run there by Gurley on 1st down as he'll get about 7 out of it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Let's go.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and goal. Goff under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Getting the sack to 227-pound linebacker Quan Alexander. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
76.
Check it back.
12.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened
there. You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On second down, a run with Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And able to haul it in is Kittle. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here we go. 180. 12. Let's go, baby.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
180.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Samson Abukum in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And an alley to run. A big play there on the option. Give him 53 yards on the ground. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there. Get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
You don't want no problem.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. But he breaks through another tackle. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. 14 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go,
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influence...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Here's Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, high 7. Two. Check hot. Undercross. Hold on. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Goff. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Super. Hey, Foxtrot. Wide. Get wide.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
We taking wins home.
Alert 3.
Out of the gun. Goff.
He's coming. Double up.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 5-4. Let's go.
Ric Flair.
Watch out.
Hey, 5. He's coming. We got double up.
Here we go on fourth. Goff trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
how did they get that done?
Gold with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Super one.
Right there. 54, Mike.
On second and 15 now. Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Third down.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to go down again. DeForest Buckner picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taken in at the 22. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
58, right there.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son! 21, 21. See me in your nightmares! Watch that, watch that, watch that!
Garoppolo gives to Greta. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
12, fellas, here we go.
Heavy, you got heavy.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Here we go.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
21, 21. He don't want it.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Littleton. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Mike,
180.
watch the slack, watch the slack. Watch the slack.
17. 17.
On 1st down, it's gone. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Nick Bosa in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Here's Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 13 yards out, as his guys have now moved out in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the deep.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 71 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see a little more bouncy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Throwing on third. Gone. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Quan Alexander able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just outside his own goal line. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 47 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Here we go.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
21. Here we go.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
11. General West.
They'll try and run with Wilson. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Third and long. It's gone. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On 1st down, here's Breida. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gone. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Here we go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo looking to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Coming to you.
Now it's Breida. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Garoppolo. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now Mostert. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run with Breida. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Garoppolo to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major